Hey Rose, want to grab a drink?
Your happiest hour of the week starts now.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy because the drinks are on us. Welcome back to Drinks on Us. I'm Riley.
And I'm Rose. We are so happy you joined us for happy hour. We're back. It feels like it's been a lifetime since we have filmed. We'll explain why, but I'm so excited. I feel rusty. I just have to say it.
I feel rusty, but it feels so good to be back. Like, I love my Monday routine. I get to film with Rose and talk to the Do Crew, and it's good to be back.
No, it's great to be back. I also, last week, not doing it, everything felt so off. My week.
Oh my gosh, same.
I hope the Do Crew felt the same. A lot of people kept asking, where's the new episode? Where's the new episode? So we'll get into it. We have a fun episode in store. We had plenty of time to think about it. And you guys wrote in some amazing submissions. So we should be stock full of some good episodes to close out 2024, which is just wild. Today, we're going to chat about high maintenance things we do as girls to make our life low maintenance and easy. This was a very common request, and I love hearing other people's things they do to just like make their lives easier, but stay on top of their beauty routine. So we're going to chat about that for our main segment. But before we do, we have so much to sip and spill about. That's probably going to be the meat of our episode, you guys, just because it's been so long and there's a lot of things. A lot of people were saying, Rye, just talk about whatever for the whole time, like just sip and spill the whole time. And I was like, I think for our 80 or our type A, we need to have our structure of even a small main segment. But we don't worry, guys. We definitely have a lot to sip and spill about. But before, Rye, what's in your cup tonight?
No, by the way, we're so obsessed with structure here at Do. Tonight, I'm drinking an orange poppy. I have a little story. So you know how we always add the Chobani or sweet cream to it?
Of course. I
thought I was going to be so like productive and get my protein in and add one of those core power shakes to it and like do an orange cream. Then randomly, this video came up on my TikTok saying that the Core Power protein shakes have the highest level of those phthalates. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. And it was like meant for me to see that, to say like, don't drink that. It's not good for you. So just a regular orange poppy, but it is hitting the spot, I have to say.
Orange poppy, I have to say, I love the orange cream poppy, but nothing hits like a classic orange.
It's like just so fresh. But what's in your cup?
Okay. I'm doing a live pour because 'tis the damn season. I have my cherry cup, which I just love that this like kind of goes holiday. I don't know. Cherries are a little holiday to me. And I did not get new cranberry fizz poppy, but I literally kept this in my fridge since last season. So
That's
hopefully
amazing.
We don't have another crisp apple expired moment. But I don't know. I have a lot of faith that the cranberry like Poppy wouldn't let me down like that.
Poppy would simply never.
I know.
I need to try the cranberry fizz. I still never tried it yet.
Oh my gosh. Are you a Costco member?
No. Should I be?
I think I'm going to become one. I'm not, but they have the best Poppy assortment cans, and they have a 12 pack of this for $20.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to pour it
I'm
in,
a
but yeah.
Sam's Club girl, but I feel like I should become a Costco girl.
If you guys haven't seen it, I'm sure everyone has by now. I was a Sam's Club girl too, and I just think Costco might be where it's at.
Okay.
Oh my God, do you hear that?
It's fizzing.
Yeah. So ASMR for Do. Add it to the intro song. So anyways, I'm very excited because November is one of my favorite months, and it's my birthday month. It's Scorpio season. It's the holiday season. To me, it's Christmas. And so I just wanted to kick off the episode by saying, if you guys have listened weekly, you know, Riley, late August is full send fall. Like she's waiting for the moment to be in the fall spirit, to have pumpkin. And for that to you is Christmas for me.
And that's okay. You're allowed to be in the Christmas spirit, but I just have to say, I'm not yet. It's still fall. Wait, we need a taste test. How is it?
Oh, unbelievable.
Okay,
it's
so it's not
good,
expired.
Ryan. You would love it.
All right, I've got to find it. I still need to find crisp apple too, because fall's not over and I swear I'm going to find it.
See, Riley's holding on to fall for dear life. And I'm like, where's the Christmas tree? Everything, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Because you know what? I am so sad at who created the holidays, that they made fall and Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of it too short.
It's too short. Wait, so if you, hypothetically, if you were in your house right now, would your Christmas tree already be up? Really?
This year, yes, because I'm itching for what I missed out on last year. But tradition is to decorate on my birthday.
Yeah. So and I think that's totally acceptable mid-November.
Okay. Thank you. That would probably be what I would do on a normal year. This year, I'm just fiending for it. I'm itching. Love everything about people being like, a part of our town has no chill. They're already decorating. Trees are up, lights are up, and I'm sure some people are having a tiff over it. I'm loving every second of it.
No, I love the twinkle lights. Also, it's pitch black here at 5 o'clock. And so like the twinkle lights just really add joy to my day. So that's acceptable.
Are you going to decorate the outside of your house with lights this year?
Yes. I was just telling Kate, I want to wrap, we have like a big tree in our front yard and I want to wrap it in twinkle lights.
OMG. I cannot wait. We haven't even discussed your first trick or treat in your neighborhood. Remember you had some big shoes to fill. I can't remember what we've talked about off air and what we've talked about on episodes, because it just seems like our episodes are few and far between these days.
We've had so much time off between our last episode. Do you want to explain to everyone what was going on last week?
Yes. Okay. And you have to maybe piggyback by explaining your situation. Okay. So actually, when we wrapped our last episode that you guys listened to, my dog Rin, I don't know why his legs are like 4 times the size that they should be for him. He can scale our island, which is just lovely. He needs like this little, like tiny, if you're listening on audio, amount of a bar stool to get onto our island. And when we're cooking his food or any other food, we try to remove some of the grease, but they say it's really bad to put it down the drain. So normally we keep like a little cup of it, and normally we keep it on the back counter because you can't get on the back countertop. Well, I forget what I was wearing last episode. I think I had a regular bra on and I was fiending to get it off. So I ran upstairs and Rin was with me. I didn't realize anyone was downstairs. I didn't cook dinner. So I like had no awareness of what was going on the kitchen counter. First mistake. Ran up. It's maybe 30 seconds in and I don't see Rin next to me. And I knew exactly because this happened a few months ago. And I run downstairs and he's wiping his mouth. Like after Rin eats, he like wipes his beard on the furniture. It's so gross. But he was doing that. And I knew in that moment, I knew we were doomed. But I tried to take action of what I learned last time. I thought I could like change his diet and incorporate pumpkin, and big mistake. I should have just taken him to the vet right away. So it progressively got worse. I even picked up prescriptions that I thought he needed to like save the vet visit exam, and that didn't work. And I then ended up also having to take him to the vet on Sunday. Thank goodness his vet also is a like 24-hour hospital. So there's people who come in that, you know, have to fill out all this paperwork, but like Rin's familiar there. He's like a patient there. An absurd amount of money later. It's okay. I would spend as much money as I have to make sure Rin's okay. We are on the come up. He now has been, what has it been? A week since? Yeah, like a week and some change, because that was last weekend, like 2 weekends ago. And on Monday, I wasn't following. He had the most intense regimen last week, you guys. I was around the clock doing medicine and food, and I didn't realize the timelines of like the medicine and food went through the night. So Ryan and I all last week were waking up in like every 4 to 6 hours, making sure he was getting the right medicine and stuff. And what happened Sunday night to Monday, why I had to cancel the pod, is I let him sleep through because he didn't wake up in pain. And then Monday morning he woke up and went backwards. So by this time last week, he was starting to make progress, thank goodness. And now he's, I would say, back to himself. We're in the process of reintegrating his old food, which is a little bit nerve-wracking because we had a good thing going. So anyways, it's a very long-winded story, but it's too hard to explain on Instagram. Like what happened. He basically got into food and just really upset his GI tract and was so dehydrated. He had like some bleeding. It was pretty gnarly. It was scary because I just felt a little helpless as he wasn't getting better. And dogs are so innocent. Like they can't tell you. You just look and you can just tell they're so uncomfortable, and it just breaks your heart because Riley actually has been dealing with truly food and sickness as well, which is just wild. Our dogs are on something.
No, I like having a sick dog or like a dog that doesn't feel well and like not knowing what's wrong and not being able to fix it is probably like the top 2 worst feelings ever. Yeah. And so I felt so bad for Ren. He's such a teeny, like his stomach is so tiny. And I just like, I know you're such a good dog mom, and him having you by his side the whole time probably like helped him heal faster. But that was so scary. I feel like I was always texting you for updates, and I'm so glad he's pretty much back to normal. Would you say?
Yes, he is in great spirits. Everything's normal. I'm just fingers crossed that as we like get back to his normal routine, he doesn't like everything is fixed in there. Because you know how your vet was saying, like you need to refix her GI, and hopefully then when you have normal food again, all goes well. So speaking of that, how is True's GI?
True's doing good. I still am like a little bit confused. So when we were in Italy, she was at my parents' house for 10 days. And my mom said literally on day 2, she just started throwing up her food every single meal. We've been feeding her the same food for years and years, like probably 3 years now, maybe even 4. Well, she is 4. Anyways, so we were like, what the heck is going on? So we get back from Italy, we take her back to our house, and we were like, maybe she just like missed us and was like sick about not being with her parents. But we tried to give her normal food and she threw it up. So we gave her chicken and rice for like a week and everything was fine. She didn't throw up the chicken and rice. So we were like, okay, it's been like 7 days. She probably reset her stomach. Tried to incorporate actually a new brand of food that I did a lot of research on ingredients, and like I'm feeling good about it. Put like a third of a cup in her chicken and rice, and she immediately, not even 10 seconds after, threw it up right away. So then we took her to the vet, and the vet, it's like a very confusing thing to explain because it's like she doesn't throw up the chicken and rice, but she just throws up the dog food. Like, I don't get it. So she basically gave her a probiotic and said like, get through this prescription, and if it's still not fixed, bring her back and we'll like maybe do an x-ray or something. And she said she didn't feel anything in Truly's stomach and Truly didn't seem in pain. And that's the other thing. She's been acting completely normal this whole time. So it's just like very weird. Anyways, so we're doing the probiotic, and we've actually started to incorporate the new dog food, and things have been fine so far. Yay. I did give her tick medicine the other day and she threw it up. So I don't know what happened there, but I'm just playing it safe with what I know she won't throw up and hoping for the best.
I'm glad that her new food is staying down. I was worried that like, I don't know. That's such a strange situation because, you know, Rin, he was in so much pain where it's like Truly is totally herself. So I don't even know if she knows what the heck's going on, you know?
Yeah, very like, and this always happens to us. We're always going through the same thing, like parallel. It was so like we were sending each other updates and just like our poor dogs, honestly, poor us.
I know it was horrible. It was rough. And I just have to say, so when Rin was going downhill, Ryan was out of town, and he was out of town the whole weekend. Like when I just, you know, I was pretty strong, and you kind of like go into like fight or flight, like what do I have to do, blah, blah, blah. But there was like 1, maybe 2 moments where I just was so helpless that like I lost it and cried a little bit. And I can just not even imagine moms that have to do that by themselves. Like single moms are true here. I mean, moms in general are heroes, but I'm like, Ryan, I need you to get like having a partner when you just want a second opinion. Like, is he okay? Am I overreacting? Because it's not like you don't want to take them to the vet, but sometimes it's like, can I fix this on their own and save them the scare of going to the vet, save you the hundreds and hundreds of dollars? Not that it's about money, but I just was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I just needed Ryan's second opinion. And it just got me thinking, like, they're really superheroes.
Yeah, true superheroes. I don't even know how you took care of Rin by yourself in such a tragic, like, emotional time.
Oh, yeah, it was rough, but he's doing good. It's so funny. Ryan got home before we started filming this episode, and I thought Rin would want to go hang out with him. And just like while we were telling the story, Ryan opened the door and Rin's in his bed. He loves hanging out with the Dew crew.
Oh,
He loves it.
And we love having him here.
He's zonked, and he just also wanted to say thanks for the Duke crew for understanding about last week's cancellation. But we're on to bigger and better. True and Rin, the mascots of Dew, are healthy and thriving. Fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed they keep just being their normal selves.
Yes, please. We have the holiday spirit and we have great things happening. We got to focus on that. Okay, so moving forward, now that you guys know what our life has been the last couple weeks, where do we even start with everything we want to catch up on?
I don't know. Do you want to give us an update on, like, I don't know, Dancing with the Stars? Or
yes,
okay.
That's great. Okay, so because this week there's actually a pause because of the election, because it runs on Tuesdays. So,
okay.
I can't even remember the last time I chatted about it. So I'm just going to talk as if it's current, how I feel right now. I think Carrie Ann, you guys know how I feel about her. She has to go. Like, she's off her rocker, right? She is getting backlash on social media like no one's business.
Like, what's happened?
They're
What is
just
she
saying
doing?
her judging is so poor. She is just not qualified. Like, her time has come and it's time to close her chapter. I know she's been a very important part of Dancing with the Stars, but you know how some people don't know when to hang it up and move on? She just has no structure to her scores and her judging, and it's just strange. And a lot of people are catching on to it. I'm not a fan. I think so many other people could be great judges. So I'll be curious if she comes back next season.
It's giving the Wolf of Wall Street scene when he's like, I'm not leaving.
No, seriously. She would be scary in a moment like that. I feel like
she's not leaving.
No, she doesn't want to leave. I wonder how long she's locked into a contract. You know, I wonder the ins and outs of it. But I think this season is so last season was the first time I watched seriously in years and years. But I just feel like everyone loves each other this season and everyone's pretty good. There's not a lot of weak links left at this point. And I'm like, I don't want to, everyone who I've wanted to go in the order has gone. And now all my favorites are left. So,
okay, if you had it your way, who would win the Mirror Ball?
I think Joey or Danny should win. I think Joey is so talented and really good stage presence. Danny in the last couple of weeks has won my heart over. There's something about an athlete that they just work so hard and he's so media athletic trained. It's all so serious. He's watching film. I know it. I know he's watching film. He's so serious. And then I think Steven maybe in third. I think that could be the top three. I have a soft spot for Dwight. I don't think he should win. And then obviously Alona and Chandler are amazing as well. I think Chandler is so good, but I just don't think she has the heart of the votes yet, if that makes sense. But talent wise, she's absolutely amazing. So I think that's all that's left. It's almost kind of coming to an end because I think the finale is the top four.
I feel like at the end it gets so fun because everyone's so good and comfortable with their partners and each other. And it's just so fun to watch. So I say this every week, but maybe I'll start tuning in.
Yeah, Rye keeps saying she's going to watch. I'm like, Rye, it's the finale in a week.
I really should. We actually started a new documentary on Netflix called The Menendez Brothers. We're actually watching the live action reenactment. It's called Monsters. And usually on Tuesday nights, because there's no football, that's what we watch. But maybe this week I'll try to watch Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. It's funny you mentioned that series because my sister-in-law and brother-in-law are watching it and they said it's incredible.
It's wild. After we watched the first episode 1, it's hard to wrap your mind around that this actually happened because it's so crazy. And 2, I thought the acting was so good.
Oh, that makes a show to me.
Yeah. The acting's very, very good. So we're not completely done with it yet, but it's very entertaining.
Do you want to tell everyone your new fandom? What's going on being in Ohio?
Oh my God, yes, I do want to tell everyone. Okay, so I'm a Cavs fan.
Woohoo!
And ever since I became a Cavs fan, they're like so good. They're 7-0.
You were what they were missing.
You guys, like, we went to a game last week. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. So I actually went to a Cavs game with Cade when we first started dating in like 2016, but I wasn't that into it.
Yeah.
I was really into it last week. It was so much fun. Donovan Mitchell is so good. It's insane. Like,
I know.
He's just so good. It's crazy, but loved the atmosphere and just like, I don't know, something about going to a basketball game. It was so fun.
I think basketball games are such a fun experience. Like, even if they're playing a horrible team or even if your team's like not the greatest, obviously a really close game makes it that much better, but it's just so fun. You can go to dinner, get drinks before, even just like pop into the game. I don't know. I'm such a fan of basketball games. And then let alone Kate obviously loves the Cavs. And then you have the personal connection with Donovan. Like it's a no-brainer to be a Cavs fan.
Yeah, no brainer. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a Cavs fan. And we went to a game. They were playing the Lakers. So Kate's also a big LeBron James fan and Bronny's on LeBron's team. And so like the arena was going nuts. It was so hype. And like, I loved the beginning, like hype videos and music. And I don't know, it's just so much fun.
It's so fun. So how long did it take you guys to get there? Like what is getting downtown? Because I know I'm sure there's traffic, but on average.
There wasn't that much traffic actually. It was nothing like getting into the city from our last house, going into Pittsburgh, going through the tunnel, going over bridges. Like this seems like a breeze. We're like 45 minutes from the city. It's an easy drive and yeah, it was great.
I'm so glad.
Kate and I are trying to convince Rose and Ryan to come up and stay with us and go to a Cavs game. So hopefully
Kate was on fire in the group chat today, planning a trip, which would be so fun. And it would be so fun too, because I feel like Cleveland is such a fun time during the holidays and just like winter. Really, it would really give us our winter, like Christmassy fix. So we're going to try and figure that out, which would be so fun. I like can't wait. I don't know. I want to see that place you went to this past weekend too. I feel like that's one of like the hot spots of Cleveland.
Oh, just being downtown?
Yeah, like the market or whatever.
Oh, West Side Market. Yes. So then we went to the West Side Market this weekend. Wow, I did a lot since we filmed last.
Yes.
And you would love it. It's so fun. I got truffle butter and we got lobster ravioli. We had that for dinner last night. It was so good.
Wait, did you put your truffle butter on your sourdough?
No, but I'm planning to do that this week. It's going to be so good.
Incredible. You are on fire in the kitchen.
I make a loaf a week.
You do one a week? Mm-hmm. Do you ever do two a week, or is that, you don't need that?
I haven't gotten confident enough to make 2 loaves in one sitting, but this week I am going to be making 2 loaves because we're going to visit my brother-in-law and sister-in-law in Cincinnati, and I'm going to gift my first loaf, so it has to be a good one. Aww. And we got a new oven today, so it's going to be my first loaf in my new oven.
Wait, why? Just because?
The one at this house when we moved in was just like really old. Okay. And like, I mean, it worked fine, but it was just not, it was like gross kind of.
Wait, that's so exciting. I'm such an appliance girl. Like, are you in heaven or have you not used it yet?
I haven't even used it yet, but like, it just makes such a difference. It's so much more sleek. It goes with the kitchen more. And like, obviously it's brand new. Stunning. And it's nothing fancy. It's just a gas oven, but it's like a million times better than the one that was here before.
Gas ovens greater than. I'm sorry, you cannot convince me otherwise. It's the best.
They're the best. And so when we built our townhome, Cade was like gung-ho on getting a gas oven. And I'm like, I really don't care. We can get an electric one. Like, but now having one, I understand why, like they just heat up so much faster and they cook. I don't know, something about it.
No, I feel the same way. I kept hearing when we built our last house, like gas is so great. Like once you have gas, you'll never go back, blah, blah, blah. And so I think that was like the standard that came with our home, or maybe we just got to upgrade during the build. When we moved down to Florida and we were looking at neighborhoods, there are some totally electric neighborhoods in Florida. be like one of our top questions. And if it was an electric neighborhood, like even if we liked it, we were like, nope.
I would be the same way.
Isn't that crazy that played such a big role? Such a game changer. So if you're looking to elevate your food, gas ovens.
We're gas oven girlies. We're gas girlies.
We're gassy girls. That's so funny. Wow. You had such a great past couple of weekends. I am looking forward to a great weekend. I'm actually celebrating my birthday. It's not my birthday this weekend. It's on the 14th. So I've got a while, guys. But the weekend, my birthday falls next Thursday. And that weekend, so like the 16th, 17th, I'm going out of town. And so this weekend, obviously, since Ryan works on Thursday, we'll just probably do dinner that night. But this weekend, we're going to do like a day. And so I'm excited because I just feel like my life has been chaos, like with Rin. And I don't know, I feel like I didn't really get to enjoy my weekends lately. So I'm hoping next week, guys, I have some good updates for you guys.
I'm so excited. There's nothing better than getting up and doing like all the things you want, like having a free day. And I just can't wait to follow along on your day. Hopefully you'll snap it or post it on Instagram.
Yes. And of course, I'll give the rundown next week on Sip and Spill.
Yay.
I'll save it for then. So what else do we want to chat about? I'm obviously obsessed with your hoodie.
Thanks. Wait, you guys, whenever I got on, Rose said I can wear this hoodie to support the Cleveland Browns.
Well, I said, if you need to justify your purchase to Cade, just say you were going to support the Browns.
Wait, I'm actually going to say that. That's perfect.
Anything for the Browns.
Obviously, we always talk about Bridget. Poor girl. She's going through such a hard time and just always thinking of her, praying for her. I told myself I didn't need a new bar sweatshirt, although I do wear the one I have all the time. It's my most worn sweatshirt. I told myself I didn't need another one. Like it wasn't a necessary purchase. Then the night before the drop, Bridget posts an in-depth story series of her chemotherapy session with like the cold cap. And oh my gosh, it tore at my heartstrings. Mm-hmm. Like just sick for her. And so that convinced me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to support her in her business. And here I am.
Well, also, she's been through so much with the bar as well. And this was her first drop since it's her baby again. Mm-hmm. I want to get so many because to your point, last year when we were buying the sweat sets and the hoodies and all that kind of stuff, we're like, oh, like we'll wear it a lot. It is my favorite too. I love my essentials as well, but the way the bar one fits, I just gravitate towards it all the time. And that color wave is so cute. I just love her choice of color selections.
Yeah. And it's so classic and you can like dress it up or dress it down. I mean, I guess you can't really dress it up, but what I mean is like you can wear it out of the house. It's not just like a lounge at home thing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm all about being comfy, but feeling put together. So the sweat sets are my favorite. Did you just get the hoodie? Because you can probably wear the bottoms with wear different bottoms.
Yeah, I just got the hoodie. It just came in today. So here I am sporting it, but we're thinking of Bridget, our girl. I'm glad we finally have answers. Remember, we were so confused for so long. Like, what's going on with the bar?
It was so confusing. And it just breaks my heart that she was going through that amidst her IVF. Thank goodness. I'm not sure if you've been following along on that. She had to like rush her last IVF, which I believe she's done 3 or 4 like sessions or cycles. I'm not sure the correct terminology. And she had to rush this one because her chemo was starting. And so the timing, like she was just like, let's just do it, but it's probably not going to be great timing. And they have 1 egg that made it the whole way.
Oh
Isn't that crazy?
That is so crazy.
But anyways, she's going through the bar. She got diagnosed with breast cancer and she's fighting for the brand that is just massive. Like it's taken over social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think what's the word when like we've succumbed?
Do
you know what I'm trying to say?
Concluded?
Yeah. What we've concluded is that the co-owner, who even is she?
I don't know.
She sued Bridget for like negligence of the brand or like financial funding to her wedding, which I'm sure what she did is like wrote some of her wedding brand deals off to help her taxes with her business. Genius.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we suing her?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
So
I'm sure we don't know the whole story, but
No,
still on Bridget's side, 100%.
Always on Bridget's side. But I'm just like, she's probably had to pay so much money to keep it hers, to like pay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she paid the girl out to not be a part of the brand.
Yeah, she said on her story she fully bought the bar.
Oh, okay. So wow. On top of chemo and IVF, I mean, just crazy year for her. So if you're feeling like it, buy yourself a bar hoodie because you're supporting a girl who's been through a lot.
Yeah. So that's that on that. Speaking of brands, some of you are starting to get your Drinks on Us hats, which is so freaking exciting. And you'll have to tag us when you wear them because that's just going to make my day.
I just want to see other people wearing them. Obviously, I'm obsessed with them. Riley's obsessed with them, but I think it'll feel so cool to see our brand on some of our Do crew. That makes me so excited.
Yes. So I loved my friend Sammy texted me today and said she got it. And I was like, oh my God, that just totally made my day.
I'm so excited.
Speaking of brands,
what?
I feel like I had deja vu there. The Sephora sale is happening now.
I've got to stock up.
I know, I've got to stock up.
Does the sale happen in person too, or is it a strictly online thing?
I'm like 99% sure it's in person too, which is almost more dangerous. Are you going to do that?
I don't know. There's just something about browsing around in person, but you're right. That might be a little dangerous.
No, go. I would love. I'm not going to because I don't trust myself, but I want you to because that's so fun.
Do you have anything you're thinking of for sure getting, or are you letting the website speak to you?
Well, there's something in my cart that I actually need.
Oh, okay.
Should I just talk about my cart then?
Yeah, let's get into what's in our cart.
Okay, the first thing I'll talk about is the Sephora thing. I'm so freaking mad at myself. I lost the lip pencil from Taylor's wedding in Italy.
Oh my gosh.
And I swear that's so unlike me. Like I always have it in one of my purses. I checked all of my purses that I had, nowhere to be found. So I'm going to get a new one. Hopefully it sounds kind of silly, like a lip pencil being on sale. It's probably not expensive at all.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to get it, you might as well get it a few dollars off.
Yeah, so I'm going to get it. It's Makeup Forever. I probably need you to send me the shade.
I can. I think
shade.
It was either something walnut or caffeine or something. I'll send you a picture. I have it in my bag.
Yeah, and I wore it every single day with Summer Fridays. Like, I'm just so upset that I can't find it. So
I hope someone is having it in Italy right now.
Yes, someone's eating pasta with my lip pencil on. Just like the custodian at Pittsburgh Airport is wearing your Summer Fridays.
That's one thing I need to get for the Sephora sale. My brain's going, but keep going.
Okay, so that's in my cart. Also, I'm so pale. I need to get on a good self-tan routine. But when we went to the Cavs game, I was wearing a skirt. My legs were exposed, and we decided to go an hour before, so I didn't have time to do self tanner the night before and get cute. So I put on the Dolce Glow Instant Glow lotion. It added a little glow. I actually put it on today as well. It's amazing. I love it so much.
So glowy.
It's not a super dramatic tan, but it's instant, and it just adds I'm not ghostly pale on my legs, but look at my leg compared to my hand if you're watching YouTube.
No,
that's just from the lotion.
Your legs are so shiny glow.
So yeah, it's that lotion. It's great. So I'm going to link it for everyone. We have a code. I'll put it on Instagram because I think it's Do 10 or something.
It's either, I believe Do 10 is correct. We'll put it on the Instagram page as well on Wednesday, but I don't know if I have that product. It sounds intriguing.
You definitely do because they sent it to us.
Okay. It's not, I just don't think I've tried it yet. It's amazing. You're really selling me on it.
Yeah, no, it's great. And I've used it so much in the last week because I'm so pale. I'm going to be so jealous when you're naturally tan from the sun and I'm a pale ghost that's translucent.
Oh, I know. I need to force myself to be in the sun. It's all still so new to me that I can catch some sun in November. It's so strange.
Well, I love that you're able to do that.
Well, I clearly am pale as heck right now. Whoa.
I don't think.
Yeah. But anyway, sorry, I keep interrupting your cart.
No, you're fine. I just feel like we're talking for hours and hours. So I'm like hurrying through my cart. Last thing, I like matcha.
Okay, I saw your Instagram story and I'm like, since when? I feel left out that you never told me you like matcha. How did this happen?
It's happened so randomly. I don't know why. I don't know what intrigued me to try it, but this brand Pique, have you heard of it?
Of course.
Pique.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. I can't drink it plain. I add like a nice little creamer to it or some maple syrup, make a little latte, and it's so good. I don't completely replace my coffee. Like I'll maybe do matcha one day, coffee the other.
Right.
But it's a nice little switch up and it's so refreshing. And I'm going to link the Pique. It's like comes in a little packet and it's so easy to make. I always do iced. I'm sure you can make it hot too. Mm-hmm. But like I have never ever liked matcha and I like this one.
I love that you love it. It's sometimes just nice. Like if coffee doesn't sound interesting to you or you want something a little bit lighter or less caffeine, I don't know. I like matcha here and there too. I'm not like matcha or bust, but I hear the best things about Pique and they stay on my Instagram ads. Like with their ad revenue on Instagram is something fierce.
I think that's what convinced me. I like watched one video about it and it kept coming up and coming up. And a lot of people, you know what sold me was an ad of this woman being like, I've never liked matcha. It always tastes so like earthy to me until I tried this one. And it's like, it's changed my view on matcha. So she was right. I never liked it until I tried Pique.
I love that you love it. Did it come with like a whisk or... You know how sometimes the fancy people are doing like wooden whisks or you just use your frother?
I literally just mix it with a straw. I could use my frother. That's a good idea. But I'm sure you can add on like a whisk or a frother. I just didn't.
Well, I mean, if you find yourself making it enough, maybe you can get it next time.
Yeah. So that's me, Matcha Girly. Wow. Well, what's in your cart?
Okay, my cart is kind of random. I am going to start with, as we were talking in Sip and Spill about just having like cute sets and being comfortable, but loving feeling put together. I feel like that's my MO, especially I'll be working from home, but then I need to go out and like run an errand. And it's just nice to not have to dirty a bunch of outfits. So 2 of our girlfriends have recently posted the cutest sets, both on Amazon. So we love a good sale. I was thinking when I was writing my cart up, I'm like, I should have been wearing one of them and like had bought it so I could like sell what I'm explaining. But I was thinking maybe I'll grab them and then I'll wear one next week. So Blaine posted this adorable, I would call it a Skims dupe. It's basically like not leggings. How would you describe the pants? Kind of like flare pants.
Like yoga pants?
Yeah. Like just a Skims kind of like the fold over type of all sorts of color tight pants. I think they flare at the end and just plain t-shirt. So it's like a great outfit for Florida winter. A million different colors. It looks just like Skims and it's obviously much more affordable. And she wore it and she said a bunch of people have given it great reviews. So I have it sitting in my cart. I think I'll grab one color and if I love it, maybe kind of get a few because I think once I love a set, I like want to wear it all the time.
Same.
So that, and then another set, I'm not sure if you saw Elsie's story a couple weeks ago. She had this cute kind of like sweatery knit 2-piece. It was like a nice flowy light sweater. It was white and it was trimmed in black and then flowy kind of knit pants trimmed in black at the bottom.
And I loved it.
So cute. I also saved that in my Amazon cart and I thought that would be so cute to like wear with like Uggs or clogs. Like that's probably the extent of how like heavy I'll have to dress in the winter. But even for you, like putting a vest or a coat over it would be so cute. And I believe there's a bunch of different color waves. So if you're like in the market for just wanting some new 2-piece sets, and the good thing about both of those is that you can wear them separate as well.
I love.
Yeah, I'm going to link both of those. And then the last one is just a classic. I'm not sure if you're watching on YouTube, if it comes through on the screen. I hope the answer is no. But because Riley and I will like spray tan, my chair gets my self tanner on it and I'm due for a major cleaning, and I keep forgetting. Every time I go to film, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to clean these orange stains off of my chair. But I've done it before and it works like a charm. Of course, Miss Messy Eater. She's the best and love her to death. She also came in handy with all of Rin's accidents in the house. So I'm due for a major restock, and I'm going to get the big one. I've always used the little teeny tiny ones, and it's just time for me to get the big heavy duty.
I actually just used that before we started filming. Do you wet the garment before you put it on, or you just put it directly on and throw it in the wash?
I will usually spray it directly, like dry, but then I wet it under the sink and rub it a little bit, and then I throw it in the wash.
Okay.
Or if I'm doing this, I'll just spray it and then just dry it. I don't obviously need to wet it. If it just kind of depends on the material. I just sometimes worry about like a ring or stain if I just don't add water.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw Blaine said she just sprays, sets it in the sun, and then washes it.
I saw that too, and it intrigued me.
Yeah, so I've never tried that, but I'm sure that works as well.
Okay. Well, we love Miss Messy Eater.
Yeah, we do.
So link it for us. But today's episode, we want to let you know, is brought to you by Armra. As you guys know, we are completely obsessed with a good morning routine. Adding colostrum into our morning regimen has been an absolute game changer for us. Armra colostrum strengthens immunity, ignites metabolism, fortifies gut health, promotes hair growth and skin radiance, and powers fitness, performance, and recovery. I have to say, when we were in Italy, I think I said this right before we left, Cade was like really sick. He had a cough, sore throat, congestion, and I was just like waiting for me to wake up with his cold. And I took my Armra to Italy, did it every day. I never got it, which, I mean, we were in close quarters for 10 days. We were with each other every second of the day. So I feel like the immunity revival is just so important, especially this time of year. I just restocked the big tub. It's great.
Nothing like a fresh tub.
Nothing like it. So we worked out a special offer for the Do Crew. Receive 15% off of your first Armra order. Go to tryarmra.com/do15 or enter do15 to get 15% off of your first order. That's tryarmra.com/do15. So today we're going to be talking about high maintenance things we do to stay low maintenance. This was a highly requested topic from you guys, and I feel like we do a lot.
I know, we do a lot. I think sometimes I go through seasons where I do more, and I think this episode's going to inspire me to get back into doing the things that sometimes are easy to just slip out of your routine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So where do we start?
That's what I was just going to say. The first thing that comes to mind for me, which, Rose, I know you are not in this boat, lucky you, is Botox.
Oh.
I feel so much better when my forehead doesn't have wrinkles. And that might sound like so surface level of me, but I feel like I look back at some pictures and I just like, it just makes a difference to me. And if you feel good about yourself doing it, then there's no shame in it. So that is something that I think I'll always keep up with, just because I don't know, I like myself better without wrinkles.
No, I am so into the idea of it. I just haven't started yet because it hasn't been a thing for me where I notice it, to your point,
You
like in a photo.
You don't have a wrinkle in sight.
No, I'm starting to see, like, I think within the year, like maybe my 30th birthday, I start or something like that. But I totally think it's something that, it's an investment, but it makes it not only for the wrinkle aspect, but anyone who has Botox, I really think it does change the complexion and texture of your skin. It's like glowy and just, I don't know, everyone looks so vibrant. That's kind of why I want it.
No, it really does. Also, I get it around my eyes for my crow's feet. Someone one time commented on one of my videos and said, I can't tell if you're 20 or 60 with those crow's feet. And so I will also be keeping up with that forever.
Okay. One, that's so rude. But two, that kind of also spirals into facials. I think I'm good about the facial aspect. I think, yes, I invest in whether it's a hydrofacial or microneedling or IPL, like whatever it is. I'm someone that's going to always encourage people to invest in like going and getting your skin deeply cleaned with the dermaplaning. And I know, like I said, it's an investment, but doing that every month or every 2 months, I think it makes such a difference in your skin. The way your skincare goes on, I feel like your skincare becomes more effective and your makeup just sits so much better on your face. So you always just feel more confident, and there's nothing like the after facial glow.
No, that selfie you posted on your Instagram the other day, literally, I've never seen skin that glassy and glowy.
Stop.
What was the facial that you got that day?
I got one called like a diamond glow
where they extract and inject like hydration into your skin, but they like extract dirt.
It's very similar to a hydrofacial. It's just a little bit different. I'm not entirely sure. And I always start with dermaplaning because this was my first facial I had in a few months because my esthetician was on maternity leave. And I noticed leading up to the appointment, I was so eager to go just strictly even for the dermaplaning because I was like, oh my gosh, like I just feel like my makeup, it just felt like fuzzy. And I think that alone is so, so, so beneficial. So I think that's something it's kind of in the still like skin, which I also think us investing in our skincare products also is something that maybe is a little bit high maintenance because we're getting medical grade skincare, but I think it makes a huge difference. And I think it will help us in our aging.
No, that's definitely a high maintenance thing that we do, but why not? Like, why would you get cheap skincare that's not as effective when you can just like use something that is so effective and you can use less of it because of that? Like you need a little tiny dot and that's it. And it works so well. Skin Better, I love their defense serum and the retinol before bed. And that's the only, like, you don't need a million products.
Right.
That's also like, you don't need to spend on a million things. You just need 2 really good things or however many, but you know what I'm saying.
No, it's so true. And I also think be interested in what works for your skin because there is so many different brands and routines that work for so many different people's skin. And I wanted to love Skin Better so much, but I think it was just too aggressive for my skin. I've been loving Skin Reality.
I've never heard that one.
It's amazing and truly so affordable. It's just like the same price as, the Arbonne skincare products I use. And if I get a few products at Sephora, I know we both kind of like.
That's amazing. Because I do think Skin Better is really expensive.
It is. But if it works for you, it's absolutely incredible. I also think just understanding what works for your skin. Like I always thought like I needed to have a scrub and I needed to have a pad. And a lot of that was just ruining my skin barrier. And it took me so long to figure out what worked for my skin. So I think investing in an esthetician that can figure out what you should be investing your money in is going to help. And that's why I think we've taken so long on the skin, whether it's Botox, whether it's facials, whether it's skincare. Your face plays such a big role in your confidence, and like taking care of it and investing makes your day to day. Like you just throw on your SPF and you feel confident, or you just throw on your like a little glow and brush your brows and you feel put together because of the high maintenance stuff.
Right. No, I totally agree with that. What else do you do?
Well, I was going to say extensions, which I currently don't have in my hair, but even just Riley and I both used to have extensions. Riley still does. And that I'm such an advocate for extensions. I think I'm starting to miss mine, but the appointments are the most high maintenance thing in the world. You're there for about 86 hours.
Literally. And you're starving after.
You're starving. Your whole day is gone. And however, the way your hair holds style, the low maintenance of just throwing your hair in a pony, a bun, a braid, anything you do, it just looks so much better. It's wild.
I don't know if I'll ever not have extensions just because I'm so used to having just like a little bit of thickness, a little bit of length, and it helps my real hair stay healthy and long because whenever I'm curling the ends of my extensions, I'm barely even getting my real hair. And so it's like you're not putting heat directly on all of the hair on your head. Yeah. Most of it is going to the extension, which actually does help. And I feel like finding a salon who really knows what they're doing and like does it the right way. They're not going to be putting in extensions that make your hair real hair follicles fall out.
No, for sure. I think if you go to the right place, it's going to actually do the opposite and help your hair. I also think extensions are not one thing that I try to do, and some weeks are better than other, but Riley and I both wash our hair usually 5 to 7 days. Is that a good average to say for you, Ry?
I would say, yeah. Sometimes I'm 4.
I know.
Just because my hair looks greasy.
Mine depends. I definitely push it sometimes, but my point of that being said is if I'm in a good routine, I'll wash it really thoroughly, do an everything shower. When I'm in there, I'm washing my hair, I'm exfoliating, I'm shaving, and it's such a routine. But after, the whole week is set up because then I style my hair, it's styled for me, and it makes getting out the door just you just feel more put together, especially if you don't have hair that dries very naturally aesthetically. So there's some weeks, don't get me wrong, that I let it or dry naturally and it's a shit show and I have to put it in a pony all week because I was lazy, but that makes such a big difference. I think I just feel so much more confident when my hair is styled.
Same.
Why?
I don't know why. That's I feel so much more confident when I have a self tan or when I am actually tan. But it's just I can never find the right time to put on self tanner because it's it gets crusty after a week and then you have to exfoliate, but then there's an event and it's just so I don't do it as much as I would like to just because it helps my confidence.
No, that is such a good one. Self tanning, and you don't have to go get a spray tan for $160 to $100. Dolce Glow. Obviously, Riley and I swear up and down by it. It was in Riley's cart, but such a quality non-orange and smells amazing. You're not going to feel so icky. Yes, there is the exfoliation and fading process, but even if you just use it intermittently, when you're wanting to just feel confident or you have a big weekend coming up, I can't find a good routine for it either. It's so hard. And again, it's hard to get it fully off to then want to put it on again. I know there's a lot of people out there that have a great routine down, but just having a good self tanner in your drawer, I think is a thing that both of us would definitely swear by.
It's so important. Or even the product I talked about earlier, if you're wearing a skirt last minute and you want to add a little color to your legs. So yeah.
And what's the other, do you like that better than the wax thing you were doing? Is this one a little bit more user friendly?
Oh, this one, well, that one doesn't add a tan or a bronze.
That one's strictly just glow.
It's just for glow. So I guess it's different things for different reasons.
Yeah. So just having some sort of routine for whether it be tanning or glow, figure out a routine that works for you, but just have it and have it in your drawer because there's nothing better than when you're feeling down in the dumps, throwing on some self tanner, you'll wake up feeling like a new girl.
No, it literally turns my day around. Once I have a dark brown chemical on my body, I'm yes,
it's the best. There's nothing better than the shower when you see it pouring off you and you're here we go, baby. It's time to shine.
The Mariah Carey voice. It's time.
Literally. And seeing if you have a little line where your underwear are, if you didn't do it, and then you see how pale you were before, you're astonished that you could ever walk around that pale.
And boys will never know that feeling. And that's the power we have as girls.
Absolutely. I love that.
What else? I love that for us. Okay. So something that I think we're both 100% always going to do is nails. And anytime anyone submits in Girls Room that they're taking a nail break and that they think they're getting engaged, I'm just get your nails done. It'll make you feel so much more put together. Yes. There's nothing worse than a crusty nail. And my natural nails are just not it. So I will always have my nails professionally done and shaped.
I know. And it's so hard to have a quality nail paint at home. I'm sorry. It just, some people are great at it. Not me. It's just tragic. I'm I'd rather just go to the salon. And I also get dip. You do dip, Rye?
No, I do gel.
So Raya does gel, I do dip, but both of them wear between like a 3 to 4 week. I mean, sometimes I push it more. And I also get gel on my toes because that way not every visit I have to get my toes done, especially being in a warmer place when your toes are like out more. I just think it's worth investing because sometimes regular polish, it has a 2 to 3 day lifespan. So yeah, you're paying a little bit more, but at least your nails or toes are staying so much longer untouched, uncracked, unchipped because there's nothing worse.
Yeah. And that's a perfect thing for you since you're in sandals like pretty much most of the time. Never forget when I was painting my toes on moving day.
I couldn't believe it.
I always paint my toes at home just because I feel like when I'm at the salon and I'm getting my nails done, the last thing I want to do is be there any longer. Mm-hmm. So I just like run out, but it's good for you that you get what do you get? Gel?
I get gel on my toes.
On your toes, right?
No. Oh God.
You can't dip your toes.
Oh my gosh. Not these honks. That would be scary for them. But I know I'm actually going to go tomorrow and I'm just kind of dreading. I hate the appointment. Like all these things we do, don't think we enjoy all of them. We enjoy the after.
Yeah. I don't enjoy, there's nothing worse than sitting there getting your nails done. Like you can't even be scrolling your phone.
No. And they put me in the foil so I can't even scroll. And then I'm getting like acetone on my phone.
Yeah.
As I try
Why is there always like a random soap opera on the TV too?
I know.
Like a cover of a Justin Bieber song that's not even Justin Bieber singing.
It's the worst. A lot of people say they'll like put their AirPods in and like listen to something, but I haven't gotten there. I don't know why I feel like mean.
No, I feel like so mean. And I feel like I always have to hear what's happening around me. Like even grocery shopping with my headphones on, some people do it. And I tried it a couple of times and it's like,
me too.
It's good. But I feel like I'm always pausing. Like, I don't know. Like I think someone's talking to me or I need to say, excuse me. I don't know. It's not for me.
No, it's not for me either. Also, when I get my nails done, I'm on high alert to make sure they didn't misunderstand. I'm like, a little more round or like, oh, no, that's not the color. Like I need to make sure that I'm getting what I paid for.
Right.
But yeah, I'm definitely a nail and toe done girly. It definitely helps you feel put together, especially if you're someone that like posts on social media and like holds products or, you know, is doing stuff. It always is just nice when you're taking your pictures that your nails aren't janky.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. Another thing, do you still get your eyebrows tinted?
I don't anymore.
Or laminated?
I just haven't found a place in Florida that I've loved. But I did love my routine when I was in Kentucky. Do you? I don't think you do.
No, I don't. I used to get my eyebrows threaded, but I usually, because I don't have a place here, I'll just like trim them on my own.
Yeah. So I would love to get back even just into like a thread. I think the tint is great and some people rock it, but sometimes it's hard. Those first few days are tough. But even that on that is also like people getting their eyelashes lifted and tinted or even our eyelash extension days. I feel like that's not as popular anymore, but doing that, either one or both of like the tints. I mean, you literally don't have to do anything. You could throw on SPF and your whole face is ready.
I feel like I should look into an eyelash lift and tint, but like, do you put mascara on over it when you want a full face?
I think so. Yes. It's more just for the day-to-day natural look. I hear the best things about it. I almost would rather just get my eyebrows threaded and then get a lash lift and tint because it's so easy to throw on an eye. I'd rather have to do my eyebrows than have to put on mascara.
Yeah, no, same. I saw this. Actually, Kate sent it to me. This girl trying to thread her own eyebrows.
Oh, no.
Have you seen it?
No.
There's this tool and it's kind of looks like scissors and there's like a thread and you like do it yourself. And she was trying it for the first time and she cut half her eyebrow off.
I knew you were going to say that. No, there's just no way. Just go pay the $15 at a salon.
Wait, remember when you cut M's eyebrow in half?
Oh my gosh. Good thing it grew back. Seriously. We tried to do an at-home spa night at home. We were probably in middle school, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I waxed my friend's entire eyebrow off, half of it. It was sick. I didn't know what to do when I saw the wax. You know, like when you wax and you can see the hair on the other side. I'm like, oh no. And then I just ripped
never
it.
Forget.
Half of it gone. Poor girl.
It's fine. Now we're still friends.
Yeah, we're still friends. She has beautiful eyebrows. So it all worked out. But I felt horrible. Is there anything else we're forgetting? I feel like that's definitely the meat and potatoes of the things we do.
Yeah, those are the things we do to stay so beautiful.
I'd say the only other thing is like, I don't know if this goes into high maintenance things, but we both are pretty consistent on our supplements and like ice rolling and like morning routine. I guess that's not really high maintenance, but I do think it makes a difference in a lot of aspects of our life because we're consistent in investing in them.
Yeah, being consistent in my morning routine has totally just like helped me be just more productive throughout the day. But I do have to say, we're getting into the season where it's like dark at 5 o'clock. I'm so
Tough.
pale. Can't really walk outside because it's freezing. And I just like, I hate feeling so gloomy and blah all the time. So
yeah,
if anyone has any tips or tricks, send them my way.
What about maybe investing in a walk? Oh, you have a tread.
Yeah, we do have a treadmill in the basement, but it's just like sunshine and like being outside. I mean, I do bundle up and I take Truly for walks. It's just not as enjoyable.
No, I know. I was thinking about this and I'm definitely bummed about daylight savings. However, the good trade-off in Florida is that we're having prime weather where it's like in northern states, and what I've always been used to is it's like doomsday. It's like it's getting colder. It's also getting darker. Like, what do we have to look forward to? April?
Nothing.
Like, yeah. So my hearts go out to you guys, but you have a good 2 months left before it's pretty miz.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not miserable yet. I just like can feel it coming.
Yeah. So stay on your routine and I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll see what people submit, but maybe get like a sunshine light or something in your house to radiate happiness. I don't know.
Maybe I'll just come live with you.
Yeah. Yes. I like that plan.
Okay, let's get into Girls Room because we have some really great submissions today. Okay. First one. Hi, Rose and Rye. I love your podcast so much because of how real you are. I feel like I'm getting older sister advice when I listen. I recently graduated college in May and was on the dance team all through college. Now that I'm not dancing all the time, I feel like my body is changing. I still work out at the gym, but dance is an intense workout that is hard to replicate, like jumps and extreme cardio. I haven't gained any weight since being done with dance, but I have noticed cellulite starting to creep into my thighs, and I can't help but feel so bad and insecure about it. I know that cellulite is so normal, but I've always had the dancer body and now can't help but fixate on this. If you have any thoughts or advice, I would love to hear. If not, thanks for reading anyways. It's so easy to say to love your body, but it's hard when you start noticing changes that you feel like you have no control over. I love this one because normalize like having a healthy relationship with your body, but also like being a little confused when you see these changes or not like loving certain changes. And you're right. Cellulite is so normal. Everyone has it. I mean, most people do, unless you're like
blessed.
Alex Earl. But I would say as far as the workout aspect, I feel like we went kind of through the same thing. Like dance is so much cardio, but also like muscle and different muscles than you would use in like a regular workout. What would you recommend to her?
I think the biggest thing is it's so normal. I think any college athlete that's finishing their college career in their athletics, it's such a switch up for your body because your body almost becomes tolerant and reliant on these crazy workouts. So you're eating a certain way and you don't really have to think about working out because your workout is your sport. Yeah. And so I'd say give yourself grace because I definitely went through this and it took a while for my body to like understand the new norm. Like I'm going to be sedentary more. I am working out 1 time a day for an hour and it's not anything like dance. Like dance is extremely hard to replicate. And I don't think you necessarily have to do a workout that emulates dance, but I would say find something that you love as far as working out and then maybe add a walk into it, at least like maybe 3 or 4 times a week. I feel like walking is so great, especially for cellulite, I would think, right? I don't know what else, like being just cognizant of your diet, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Find a workout that you genuinely enjoy and get excited about. I remember whenever we were first out of college and like our bodies were changing and went through literally the same exact thing as you. And I thought that like I had to do all this cardio and run and go on the elliptical. And it's like, I hated doing it. I dreaded it. I dragged myself there and I literally didn't even see any results. And then once I started like doing other types of workouts that I actually enjoyed, I wanted to do it more and I felt like I was more invested. And that's when I saw my body like taking to those workouts more. So find what you love. For cellulite, gosh, I mean, I heard dry brushing is good, but I've never done it. I don't know if it works.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you have a good relationship with your body and like, you know, it's normal. It's not like you're having like, what is it? Like you're seeing something in the mirror that
body
isn't
dysmorphia.
There. That. It's so hard. And I understand what you're going through.
Yeah, it's so hard. And I think in the transition, like you just have to understand that you're also like growing into an adult body, and not that you'll never look like how you did with dance, but for my situation, like I got into a good routine because my body became like it understood the new routine after a lot of trial and error, but my body does not look like how it looked like in college. So I think you also, to Riley's point, it sounds like you have a great relationship, but like if you're taking care of yourself and you're exercising and you're having a good 80-20 balance, you have to like learn how to like love the body that you are gifted with.
That's great advice.
Thanks.
Okay, next one. Hey girls, love the pod and look forward to it every week. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 2 years. Naturally, it's about that time where we have discussed potentially moving in together in the near future. My last relationship was a long-term one where I did live with my significant other. When the relationship ended, it was really tough, so I'm trying to be very careful this time and not do that again. Plus, the thought of living with a man and disturbing my peace kind of terrifies me, lol. All that aside, there's one issue. His apartment is absolutely disgusting. To give you an idea, there's 2 dogs and 2 guys living in his apartment. He always blames the lack of cleanliness on his roommate, but it takes 2 to tango. Anytime he comes to my house, he's very clean, and he's a clean person in general, but his place is gross to the point where we don't hang out over there. He's always telling me how he's doing chores and picking up the house, but on the occasion where I pop in, it's so dirty and there's dog hair everywhere. It's foul. I just can't do it. Nothing disgusts me more than when someone has a dog and their house smells like it. Not to mention, I'm allergic. This is so tough. I don't know what to do because I don't want to offend him. How do I politely tell him this? Help. Okay. First of all, you cannot move into that apartment. He can come into yours, but you're not moving in with 2 men and a dog
100%.
in a dirty place. I think it's so funny that he's always, in quote, doing chores and then she pops in. I don't know. I think you have to tell him that if you're going to live together, he has to move in with you. And him having 2 male roommates just it's an easy out for you.
Yes, I totally agree. This submission was so funny and it had Riley written all over it. I mean, I obviously would not tolerate that, but just the verbiage was making me think of you. Nothing disgusts me more. I think too, like, what about the idea of when your leases are ending, finding a new place that's like your guys' together? Maybe then you can like set, I don't know, new boundaries of like, or even just him seeing how you clean on the weekends and take care of your place and take pride in it. Maybe he'll pick up on it. But I definitely think his is totally out of the question. And I don't think he should expect you to want to come there.
No, surely not. I was going to say that too. Like once you're living together, he will follow your lead. And like what if you wipe the counters after every meal or like little things you do, like he will totally follow. So I don't think it's going to be an issue long term. I think just got to train him a little.
I totally agree. Men need some training.
They're all the same. Okay, last one. Hey girls, loving the pod. Missed you all while I was in Italy. Wondering if you guys had any bridesmaid drama when you got married, and if so, how you dealt with it. I was lucky enough to not, but a friend of mine has a bridesmaid dropping out literally days before the wedding because she would have to travel and doesn't want to miss her prime day to conceive. My friend is really upset, and I don't know if I should tell her she's totally justified for being upset or try to downplay it as not a big deal and not something to end the friendship over. Advice would be great.
Yikes.
Is she so she's a bridesmaid in the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she absolutely has to make it work. Like, do it in the airport.
That's exactly my thought. Like, why does traveling prohibit trying to conceive? I'm so confused.
And like, as a friend, you have to be there for your friend on her wedding day. And your duty is to be a bridesmaid, and like dropping out days before. I don't know. This doesn't sit well with me.
It doesn't sit well with me. And we're not trying to be insensitive that maybe this girl has been having troubles or fertility or whatever. We have no context to this story. However, there's a point that your friends deserve your attention and commitment. You've given her your commitment long before you knew your system or schedule. So have the boyfriend come, or husband, whoever, it's probably husband, and make it work. Like, do it in the hotel room. And if he can't, for some reason, my opinion would be like, maybe trust the timing of your life. Like, it's not worth, like, it's your friend's wedding. It's not like her birthday party.
Yeah, exactly. And I just feel like this friend is going to regret not being there for her friend on her big day. She gets one wedding in her whole life.
I know.
And I'm just thinking about me and you and like what we would do if we were this person in the situation, like the friend. Like, we would make it work somehow, one way or another. Or like you said, we would just trust that it's not the right time. So
this friend is writing in about another bridesmaid though. So
it's not her.
Her advice is what? Like, what should she do? What should the friend do?
She said, should she justify the bride or kind of try to downplay it?
No.
Don't downplay it. Like, definitely be there for the bride, but also try not to make this a topic of discussion. Like, on the big day, like, let it go. Don't think about it. I'm sad for the bride.
I'm sad for the bride. I think we've talked about this before, that you do learn a lot about people when moments, not even just your wedding, but like, a wedding's a huge example. Like people's true colors. And I'm sorry that this is happening to the bride, but I think almost do even more than you think for her on her day to like make up and remind her that she does have friends that like love her to death, and that this day's about her, and the people that are meant to be there are there. And I don't think you have to downplay that she has every right to be sad, but to Riley's point, like, don't bring energy to it. Like, this day's about her. She should be filled with only good thoughts, positive energy. So I would just like rally the other bridesmaids and like do something extra, like bring her the coffee on the morning of, or get her a cute sentimental card you all wrote. I don't know, something extra where she doesn't even think about the bridesmaid who didn't show.
Yes, that was great advice.
Thanks.
Well, I think that concludes our happy hour. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with us. We have missed you so much. We're so happy to be back. We are so back.
We're so back.
And as always, feel free to share this podcast with your friends, family, anyone you think might love it. Like, subscribe, follow us, all the things.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I had such a good time catching up with you guys. And I'm excited for the holiday season and all the good content and episodes to come. So I think I'm going to leave us with the cheers of finding the high maintenance things that make you live a low maintenance, but beautiful, girly life. So cheers to that. And we love you guys. We will see you, of course, same time, same place next week. Bye.
Bye.